Oh, well, that's a bit inconvenient. It seems like you all took a wrong turn. A couple of corridors down, and you'd have only had to deal with one of the runs. Whoever thought they deserved the keys to the central office must have been a bit too cocky. Those kids aren't defending anyone with how weak they are. Now, if only you'd scouted a little longer for an easier opponent, maybe you'd have gotten a key and given yourselves a head start. That's what? A whole 5 extra minutes to live. Gives you enough time to say your goodbyes, confessions, and all that good stuff. Too bad there aren't any do-overs here. You picked door number 1, so you've got to live with your choice. Life takes us down many paths, and unfortunately, every choice you've made so far has been toward going down the wrong one. Sad to say, we're not taking any new recruits. You should have just spent your time working on a business together. You could have at least had something that made you worth keeping alive. You work well enough together. Something could have been traded between us to keep relations good. But no point dwelling on what could or couldn't have been. You don't have much time left. I'll rip you all to shreds, just like I've done with all the others. We're not playing games today. You're all going to die here. To compensate you, though, for your poor decision-making, I'll give you all those extra 5 minutes you would have gotten with the runs. Oh, I'll be patient. Do what you need to do. Yes. No, I'm listening. What you got? Oh, I see how it is. You know, for a group that claims to be looking out for others, I'd be worried about the position you have your friend in here. Making sacrificial offerings is pretty gauche, if you ask me. You might want to make a run for it after your friends are done here. Who's to say they won't dangle you in front of the enemy like a piece of meat again? Unfortunately, I'm afraid there are no exceptions here. Regardless of any past friendships I might have had with any of you, I can't let you pass. So you're going to have to try a lot harder than that. Not everyone has to die for me to win. I can get rid of all the undesirables here, and then grab my consolation prize for wasting my time, and call it a day. I can assure you I'll treat my dear friend a lot better than you all are right now. Oh, there's no need to cry. They're using you to get to me anyway. You'll be better off once they're all long dead. That said, you'd best keep your eyes closed to avoid watching any of the bloodshed. I'd rather not have to console you after. There is a perfectly nice room I can have you escorted to. You won't have to hear any screams either. But don't waste time for either of us. You're not doing either side any favors just standing there, so go on. Move. Oh, come on. You can't shield everyone by yourself. The most you'll do is cover up one person, if they're lucky, though my homing attacks aren't exactly known for missing their targets. Both of us know you don't want to die. You don't have to become a martyr for them, and I wouldn't let you do that anyway. You do realize I can just move you out of the way myself if I want. The point is, standing in front of me isn't going to stop me from attacking your friends. All you're going to do is make yourself even more upset when you watch them get slaughtered. That's why I'm giving you the option to see yourself out right now, so you can avoid that. I don't mind being in a bit of extra trouble, so long as your group is stopped from getting in the way of our plans. I'm sure the boss won't mind if I keep one of you as a souvenir. And there's not much to negotiate around when I can do what I need to do without having to compromise anything. Oh, fine. Go ahead with any proposals you have. You're already making my job much easier by giving the boss some extra time. No, that isn't really fair for me. I can't just go around doing favors for you. I've already got someone to escort you to a safe room. You don't need me to do it. All it does is buy your friend some time to get to my boss. And what do I get out of it? Oh. Willingness to cooperate can be bought. So that's not something difficult to get from you. And to be honest, I prefer when you fight back a little. Oh, after my own heart, are you? Not sure if that's worth the infraction I'll get. I might need some more convincing. I suppose I can just say I captured one of you while you were all split up. Mind you, you'll have to make sure you go down separate corridors and fight off those runts separately. The boss can make a few assumptions about how things played out. He doesn't need to know all the details. Oh, don't worry. I'll still have my fun when the time comes. I agreed to spend some time chatting with my dear friend here. I never said anything about giving anyone back afterward. So, be prepared to fight me then, because I won't make it easy. Well then, run along, have your fun with the runts. Give them something productive to do. Have fun. Now, let's be on our way. You've got to entertain me for the time I've lost by not fighting. Oh, keep quiet. Look like a good little hostage. We can't have anyone asking questions. Go on. Make yourself comfortable. Prepare to stay for as long as I want you here. I choose if and when you leave. Well, I'll decide when I've gotten enough compensation for the reprimand I'll get for not putting in enough of an effort to stop you all before you made a mess of everything. I may not take all the blame, considering your friends made the smart decision to pick some doors leading everywhere but me. I can't imagine how lucky they must have been to end up fighting some of our less competent staff. Either way, I may as well make this time worth it. So, how do you plan to keep me entertained? The usual? How about I dress up the table a bit and make us a couple of coffees? Just so it's a little closer to how we normally do things. I mean, it's either that or just talking like this. Up to you. What do you prefer? I'd prefer if you made yourself as comfortable as possible so it doesn't feel awkward. But honestly, it's a little weird for me. Having you visit me in my workplace isn't something I ever expected you to do. How did you even get lumped in with that group? I mean, you're kind of mundane. No. I mean more that you're just not really opinionated about our organization. At least, not whenever we've talked. Oh, I wouldn't have minded much. You're fun when you've got your little opinions on other things. And I wouldn't have hurt you at all. Still, it takes guts to strike up a conversation with someone you know can snap you in two at a moment's notice. Yeah. Why do you think I did it in the first place? Hey, you're snapping my heart in two right now as we speak. I was expecting something nice as compensation for letting your friends off the hook for a while. So, you should be entertaining me, like you said you would. How about we start with a little kiss? Yes, I'm serious. Truthfully, I never really thought about it until we were up close and personal in public. But I wouldn't mind pushing things a little further than a couple of chats over coffee. I like you. Why wouldn't I want to? Come on. Those are practically dates. Or at least they can be from now on. Go out with me. No one was stopping us from hanging out before, so I see no problem. And I know you don't want to just be friends. As for me, I'll be a lot more sure once I get that kiss. Come on then. Okay. No, for real. So, tell me again why you agreed to keep seeing me after that first time. I'll tell you why I did. Because I wanted things to end up like this. Well, There's nothing stopping us from it. It'll be how it's always been, with a few extra perks. No. The only thing my boss will mind is that I'm not keeping your friends busy right now. But it'll be worth the infraction if I can get a few more kisses. Yeah. So come on and distract me a little bit more.